Hey folks, and welcome to my review on the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Arkham City Batman figure. I love the game. I remember it not anticipating this Arkham Knight game as much as I was anticipating Arkham City. I am looking forward to the new game that's about to come out, I guess, in a month's time. But I remember the anticipation for Arkham City because Arkham Asylum was so amazing, but you didn't have a city to explore. It was just the asylum, and you knew that the next game would let you get out there on the streets and on the rooftops and actually do the kind of Batman stuff you've always sort of wanted to do. So this figure, this game, very significant. I mean, it's definitely a really good story. But to be honest, as much as I'm a huge Batman fan, from this particular line of figures that are going to be coming, so far we only know about Batman and Joker. I'm actually looking forward to the first, for the first time. Usually I'm all about the Batman stuff, but I'm looking forward to the Mark Hamill Joker more than I've, was looking forward to this. This is Kevin Conroy, obviously, and he's awesome. To a lot of people, he is Batman, so it's really cool to have a figure of him. And I don't know, there's just something about this particular Joker, how skinny he is, and just the fact that it's going to be Mark Hamill, a nice representation of his Joker. I'm really looking forward to that. So, and obviously anyone who knows me knows I'm really hoping that they make Catwoman 2. And I think it would be really cool to have Batman and Catwoman and Joker and Harley. I know a lot of people want Harley Quinn, so I mean, I think it would sell pretty well. We'll just take a quick look at some of the rest of these cards here, just showing the other characters from Arkham Asylum. This was from one of the special editions of the game. So obviously we saw that. Can't wait for that Joker. I'm not too sure how much difference. This is the Arkham Asylum Batman outfit. I don't know how much difference there is between the city version and the Asylum version. They look very similar to me, so that's cool. Poison Ivy. She would be cool to have as a figure. Looking very nice. Killer Croc. That would be a nice figure to have. I think we would all like that one. Just a beast. And Bane, come on, 1/6 scale Hot Toys version of this. Look at that. That would be insane. Who we got? Oh, and Harley, of course. I haven't got one of these cards of Catwoman because obviously she wasn't in Arkham Asylum. She only turned up in City. So it's a shame I don't have a card of her, but yep, there she is. Harley Quinn. Just to say, guys, I won't do the whole video in complete darkness. I will take it out in the light like this, and we'll do some comparisons with other figures. Just get them standing beside Michael Keaton Batman, maybe the Art Figures Dread. That does look cool, these two together, and some other figures. So during the course of the review, I'll brighten it up a bit for you, give you a break from the pitch black surroundings, and we'll see what it looks like next to other figures. The standard Hot Toys base. Would have been nice to get maybe something a bit more specific to the game, like if the stand had to come down into a Gotham City sewer lid, or the cover to the sewers in Gotham City with, Gotham City, whatever. Just something a bit more diorama-esque. But yeah, I mean, it does the job. It has the logo. And when it comes to capes this time around, Hot Toys did a really good job. There is no wire in this cape at all. None whatsoever. It is all just freely moving around. But it is a very nice material. It is double layered. It is long enough to land, sort of rest on the ground, so that you can use that resting on the ground factor to more manipulate the cape into the poses that you want to put it in. Yeah, and it has the appearance of leather. Yeah, it's just got a really nice kind of look to it. It's kind of black on the inside there, and then changes to blue there, and then obviously it's like a nice kind of blue on the outside. It does have that kind of batwing shape to it. Now, as far as custom capes, if this is going to focus, there you go. It's just the way this is designed. I'm not too sure. I haven't tried to pull this off or anything. I'm not going to, because I don't intend to really use any custom capes for this. I'm perfectly happy with this one. I'm not sure how you'd even do it. Maybe this just lifts off easy and then that just goes there and you just take it off and put a different cape on. That's how that looks. There's no sort of obvious sort of yeah, you can sort of get your finger under here, so the cape does carry on underneath this. I can feel it. So maybe the material just carries on underneath this plastic piece. and that's how that's happening. So I'm sure soon enough we'll be seeing custom capes aplenty. But I can tell you honestly, on this occasion, unless you really want a wired cape, there is no need. This cape is fine. It's a beauty. I just wanted to show this quickly so I could kind of illustrate the point of why it would have been cool if the Arkham City Batman figure had have come with a wire going through the cape. Now this kind of look here with the Medicom Hush Batman, he has a wire, a nice tough wire going all the way through his cape. So you can, I mean, it would look better with the Arkham City version doing this because we'd recognize it from the game, but at least, you know, that's the kind of thing you can get up to, and you can do that better if you take the time. That's the kind of thing you would have been able to do with the Hot Toys figure, but because no wiring cape, you ain't going to be doing anything fun like this. But just thought I'd show you that that's the kind of stuff you can get up to when you do have a wire in the cape. And there you go. I mean, Hot Toys Christopher Reeve looks incredible. Just that subtle little flick of the cape going off in the wind there brings it to life. But with the Man of Steel, no wire in the cape. Mind you, that is the Tony May cape, which is gorgeous, and he did do a wired version as well. I just don't have that one. But what I mean is Hot Toys, when they brought this figure out, and the stock cape that came with this figure had no wire in it, but there was one for this one. So why not? Obviously, Superman, you want to pose him kind of hovering in the air, put a wire in the cape, you know, do it. Do it. And there should have been a wire in the cape for the Arkham City Batman. I think that would have been pretty sweet. Because the cool thing about a cape with a wire in it, if you want it to look like it's just falling, then you can still do that. You just pose it to look like it's falling, you know, down by his sides or whatever. But at least you have that option to do something cool if you want to. Just give you a look from another angle, but this is the kind of thing we would have been able to do with a nice thick wire in that cape for Arkham City. I mean, you can do it better than this, but you can see it's kind of holding. You could use the arms. I mean, the Arkham City Batman's not really... You can get his arms about that much, I guess, but just showing you that's the kind of thing you could do. And that's the kind of thing he does in the game, so it's a shame. Now, you guys familiar with the channel will already have seen probably the articulation demonstration video for this figure, a video specifically for the articulation and showing you what it can do. But just in case you haven't, and in case you can't be bothered, his elbow is a sort of double bend, but the rubber and the gauntlet will kind of let you get it about there. His arm will lift up about yay high and kind of stay level, sort of like that. That's about as high as you're going to get it. It does turn, but the rubber suit won't really let you do that very much. Goes back down again. He can move with his ab crunch, or stomach crunch, but the rubber suit won't let you hold that pose at all. He's basically just going to stay straight up all the time. Cool design here. See that? Lets you do the splits if you want to, or really high kicks, or flying kicks, whatever you want to do. Because the ankle articulation is awesome. It's got a double bend in the knee and crazy articulation there, so forget about it. And he goes forward too. In the nuts! Now, as I said when I first saw them in the unboxing video, I wasn't, overly impressed with the paint job on his gauntlets. Looking more closely though, there is a slight kind of scuff here and there. I guess they're going for just that ever so slightly worn look. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the gauntlets. I was expecting a little bit more paint detail and just transitions sort of between parts, but it is all just one solid colour from the look of things. But it's not an issue. They do move around quite freely. They're not mega loose, but they're not tight enough so that you wouldn't want to move them around. You can manipulate them, and that helps with your more accurate poses and stuff. Like for instance, you wouldn't want there to always be a gap there, so it's nice that you can pull it forward and make it look more seamless. But yeah, gauntlets ain't too bad. You see the detail under there too. Let's see if I can give you a good look at the situation with his ankles here. Now this lifts up, and you can see there's like a pretty thin rod between the leg and the ankle where the foot joins. Got that kind of spongy thing there to assist it. But when you lift up that gauntlet, it's pretty thin, so be careful. It's quite tight, not mega tight. He is a heavy figure, so always use a stand with this guy because he's very top heavy. Not that his legs are light or anything. I wouldn't say he's top heavy, but he's just he's a very thick, lean figure, and the ankles, as you can see, this moves around quite freely, so you haven't got an incredible amount of support in the ankles. So I would always use a base. But it's great design because it allows you to do all kinds of cool poses and stands, or stances, I guess is the right word. Show me your stands, Batman. But yeah, nice detail. Let's get the back. Nice bit of silver work on the straps there. That's nice. The tread, is that what you call it? Nice. But yeah, great posability. Reminiscent of Ezio, the figure Hot Toys did from Assassin's Creed 2. And I think maybe Blade might have had this kind of thing going on. I don't know. You guys let me know what other figures had this system. It's very good. And there's the boots. Just so you guys can see what's under that cape, there is no sort of zip holding the suit together. It's just all one big rubber piece. So that's what it looks like under the cape. That's it. I can't see. I'm blind. I can't fight crime. No. I ain't Daredevil. I'm Batman. And we have City Hunter Predator from Predator 2 and Kevin Conroy Batman together. Now, Batman isn't quite being towered over here. I mean, he's pretty big next to the Predator, but the Predator's still got some height going on. And that's how they look. Arkham City and City Hunter. Batman's giving him the evil eye. Yep, he's not happy. Oh, here is his plastic explosive sticky bomb thing, gel, whatever you call it. I really can't remember the name. It's terrible of me. Should have done my research, but we know what it is. He holds it and he goes or whatever, and does a little bat symbol on the wall, and then blows it up to get to the next area. Yep, details fine, can't complain. Really have never paid much attention to what this actually looks like in the game, so I just have to trust Hot Toys on that one. But it's nice. Now here is his, again I can't remember the name, but it shoots 2 lines so that he can suspend himself and kind of, you get the kind of tightrope, and he'll just kind of sit on it and bounce like that and just observe below. So this double line shooter thingy, I can't remember the technical name, but it is painted very well. See the detail on the paint job there. Very nice. And these move. They do wiggle like that, but I think they're just meant to. They've got, yeah, they're fine. I thought mine was busted at first, but it's okay. And here is his grapnel gun. I think you can remove this. You can even remove that. Put it back in there again. And yep, just pops back in. Very simple sort of design. Nice paint job again. Looks very official. It's the only word I can think to use right now. It also comes with a interchangeable, slightly more open hooky bit on the end, so that's nice. And his, I don't know, the Batarangs always seem smaller to me, but this is his big one, the one that I guess would fold over, and then he, I guess maybe it could even pass as the remote controlled one, but I guess that has another extra bit here in the middle. But yeah, it's not metal, it's plastic. It would have been nice if this particular piece had been metal, but it is certainly still very cool. Nice work. You got the kind of silver there and the black, and then the silver again in the middle. And we'll just get a look at his angry mouth sculpt here. Teeth are done very well. Let me see if I can zoom in. It's got the 5 o'clock shadow or the stubble. Very nice.
Double the justice.
Batman and Dread. Pretty nice combination there. I do like these two together. At some point I will probably rock them side by side on display. But yeah, that is what Dread, Carl Urban, Kevin Conroy, 2 times the justice, double the pain. And actually, let me just bring this guy in here to the side a little bit. Give you 3 times the justice. Oh no. Ah, that's too awesome. Look at that. Forget about it. Forget about it. RoboCop, Batman, and Dread. Anyway, he has 2 kind of relaxed hands, I guess. You could also use them for kind of holding onto the cape, or any other number of things you want to put with them as extra accessories. But let's just call them for holding or relaxed hands. Got the knuckles sort of duster design, or the, well, whatever you'd call this, but it's designed to cause pain. I know that much when he hits you. Boom. And then we've got these cool kind of coming at you clawy hands. I mean, the paint job is fine, nothing special. There's not really any noticeable highlights going on to sort of emphasize certain parts of the glove, but the sculpt is certainly nice. He also comes with this hand, with this cool kind of fist hand that has a little slit in there so that you can just pop the Batarang in his fist or in his clenched hand. He holds onto that pretty well. It won't be falling out unless you get it in a kind of downward position. Oh wait, even then, still holding onto it. That's nice. That's what he looks like holding onto his Batarang. Not to throw it at your face. Very cool accessory. Holds it well. You can get up to some fun with that one. But you're pretty limited. Like I say, the arms, not the best feature for posing. His legs are great. Arms, not so much. Nothing wrong with them, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, don't expect him to be able to do crazy articulation with his arms. The thickness of the arms, thickness of his chest, the rubber suit. Some hinderations. He will swivel and turn, but again, the rubber suit won't let you do that. Well, it will let you do it, but you certainly ain't going to be leaving him in the pose where he's sort of turning. And the belt. Give me a nice little look at that. See the detail. There's some nice weathering on there. Mine is sitting pretty high. Someone did tell me recently it's supposed to be there. I haven't gone to look yet and see if that's true. I'll take the man's word for it for now, but that's where the belt sits on mine. It does undo. One of these parts kind of connects, well, it's hard to explain. Go on Google and look. Someone did manage to get this off, and but honestly, I'm cool. I don't really mind. I don't look at it and go, oh my god, the belt's too high. I just don't care. It looks fine. He looks beefy. It's Batman and Spider-Man together. I like the way those colors go together. Wouldn't you agree? I think those two look sweet together. You got the vibrant red, the blue, the grey, and the black and the blue of Batman. Those two just look sexy together. I'm gonna leave it be. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty damn awesome. Now, because of that kind of exaggerated comic book slash video game kind of body that this particular Batman has, he does kind of always have that kind of hench ready to pounce on you kind of look, because the arms won't really rest down by his sides the way you'd want them to. Like me, for instance, like that. That's what I would like. I'd like the arms. Sorry, my hand's in the way, but that is where I'd like the arms to rest. But when you let go, they just kind of naturally come out of it. You can turn this bit to help, but it's still, you know, it still is what it is. It's just the shape of the body, and I guess the rubber as well, and then the thickness, the biceps and stuff, the arms. But you're never going to really be able to get his arms resting right down by his sides like that. And just briefly show you that even though this Medicom Batman from the Hush graphic novel
even though he's got that exaggerated kind of triangle shape torso and the big muscly arms, he can put his arms right by his sides and they stay there. So it's a shame Hot Toys couldn't have figured out a way for that to happen on the big guy. But yep, you can do it. This figure deserves more respect. Respect it.
The quality of the rubber suit, I would say at this point, bearing in mind I've only had it a few days, it's not really incredibly thick. It's definitely, when you feel it, it's thick enough to withstand the test of time, I think. And it does feel very tough. I don't know exactly what body is inside here, but there's not much room between the suit and the body at the chest. When you come down to his sort of abs, there is a bit of room there so that you can move him. But as as I said before, the suit is not going to let you sort of hold poses like that. It'd be nice to be able to put him like he's on a rooftop looking down on the city, but it just sort of ends up going back to the way it was. You can slightly lean him forward. But I see a lot of people worried about the suit and will it stand the test of time. Honestly, I can't guarantee it. I can't say for sure, but I would say not to worry about it so much and just to get the figure, enjoy it. I mean, I don't think you're gonna have any problems. I think Hot Toys are learning as they go, and they are improving the quality. I know, there's even been some recent stuff. The Atto 9 dome cracking situation was shocking, but don't live in fear. Buy me. Yeah, he's cool. But yeah, I mean, I think the rubber is fine. I really do. And I honestly don't think anyone's going to be leaving this in a really extreme pose. Anyway, you know, he just looks badass just standing there. He's a beast. Look at that. Just to sort of touch on something that I mentioned in a previous video as well, if you ever wanted to do the broody Batman with the cape sort of wrapped around him, like he's hiding in the shadows, not with this cape, not with this design. I mean, it's just not going to happen. It won't even come around. It's just not a look that this particular Batman does until the custom capes start coming in.
And here we have the Bat and the Cat again. That's a pretty sick pose with those two together. Looking off into the distance. Can't get enough of that head sculpt. Absolutely stunning. Batman ain't too bad neither. Hell yeah.
Interchangeable mouth plates, same as the usual. You just get something sort of thin and you just push it out. Can't do it right now with one hand. I'm not going to try. I don't want to mess up the head, but yeah, that's basically how you do it. You just push that out and put the other one in. And his teeth looking very white there. That's just because of the flash on the camera. But yeah, the head pops on and off really easy. Ball joint. It's not hard to do. You just pop it on and off. And then swap out your face plates. I love the way the nose and the mask transition happens there. See the way that's all happening. Very lifelike. It's ironic how, even though this is based on just a video game, it's one of the most sort of realistic looking Batman heads I've seen in a while.
There's a cheeky one of him with his foot raised up on the Spider-Man 3 base. How to throw Batarang. He is. It's a nice one.
I'll just show you what he looks like standing on the Spider-Man 3 base, kind of looking all broody, looking down on the city kind of pose. Tried to get him to lean forward, sort of lean down a little bit to get him to look like he's actually looking down, but that is about the limit of what I'm able to do with him because of the suit. Yep, let's just get a bit closer. We'll pan up. Need to get that belt down. Yep, there he is. Yeah, this is the kind of pose you really wish he had a wire in the cape for. He will do the sort of finishing the combo, kicking someone in the face thing, and because of that awesome joint there, you can go as mad as you want with the flying kicks. But unfortunately, because of the no wire in the cape, it just looks a bit dead. But if that could have been trailing behind him in the wind, you know what I mean? That would have been pretty sweet. It is tricky to get him in a, for instance, if you wanted his fists up like he was getting ready to, approach you and fight. Um, it's tricky. It's hard to do. The rubber suit one that you really have hold the fists up in front of him. They're always kind of just lifting the arms up to the side and trying to make that work into a fight pose. And that's what I find myself doing when I'm trying to get him in a fight pose. I end up with something like this a lot, where he really looks, you'd have to try and make it look like he's kind of really in motion. But that's one of the sort of poses that I keep landing on, whether I like it or not, when I try to pose him in a fight pose. And we'll just take a quick look now at the Arkham City Batman and my sort of ish Arkham City Catwoman that I've been working on. Obviously the outfit's not right, and quite a lot of things are not right. This isn't actually the custom head that I painted. It's just a standard sideshow head, Pyocene body, Pyocene outfit, DX11 Joker handcuffs, and sideshow Catwoman hands, custom boots and stuff. But I really, 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 really want Hot Toys to make the Arkham City Catwoman, because I think the Arkham City Catwoman was the Catwoman that made Catwoman kind of cool again. Halle Berry killed it, and I have never even watched the Halle Berry film, and I ain't going to. But I remember playing Arkham City and finding it really fun playing as Catwoman. I liked her style, and I really want a 1/6 scale official figure of her to go with this. And I really hope they make Harley Quinn to go with the Joker as well, because I think that would be an incredible 4-figure set. Batman, Catwoman, alongside Joker and Harley. Forget about it. And then we can worry about Mr. Freeze and Killer Croc and all that stuff, Bane. But let's just get that 4 sort of male and female set going on. Articulation in his head. Looks up about that much. Doesn't really look down. But yeah, it looks up about that much. Can't really look down very much. He will turn and look all the way around, but I don't want to mess with that too much. I don't want to risk scraping the paint. There is a nice little gap there between the head and the neck. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. I got a torch handy. Yeah. I do, but it's the one with a really weak battery. Yeah. Well, there's a gap there basically, and that gap, see, kind of helps you not scratch the neck when you're moving it around. So just make sure you turn his head, or tilt his head back and then turn. But yeah, awesome likeness to the game version of Batman, Kevin Conroy. Awesome. Very, very impressed. So if you're that way inclined, why not display your Arkham City Batman with the Dark Knight Heath Ledger Joker? And if so, this is what it would look like. Batman towers over the Joker, and there is a quite significant height difference there. That's right. It's those two, Kevin Conroy and Heath Ledger. Pretty sweet. Could be a cheeky little dose of fear toxin with the Scarecrow from Batman Begins. And it would be hella nice to get a Scarecrow from the Arkham series, as it is a very cool design. Gotta say, it's cooler than that. Batman's just behind him, making sure he doesn't step a foot out of line. So beat his ass. So to wrap it up, guys, I would give the Arkham City Batman, if I was going to score it, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It's an absolutely solid piece. Definitely something you should pick up if you're a big Batman fan. If you love the game, this is for you. The leg articulation is fantastic. The arms will do some cool poses, but as you've seen, you are a little bit limited by the basic body shape and the suit that's covering it. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 due to the fact that it could have come with a lot more stuff. There were other weapons, the ice grenade things that he had, the gun that he managed to put together after fighting Mr. Freeze. I think there was quite a few things missing. The remote control Batarangs, stuff like that. So yeah, a lot more accessories could have come with him. He could have had a much cooler base.
or a cardboard backdrop for taking pictures with. And yeah, just a little bit light on accessories, to be honest. But other than that, the figure itself, the people who are really worried about the suit, it's quite a tough piece of well, rubber, whatever it is, but it's tough. And I don't think you're actually going to be able to get this figure in a pose that would actually put the suit under that much stress anyway. It's not like with Man of Steel, the way you actually can have his arms straight up above him, and you're worried about the suit tearing over time. You can't do that with this guy. The arms pretty much move up like that, and then you have to work it to try and get it to do something. They don't really move sort of forward like this, because this part of the rubber here just won't really let the arm do it. You can do it a little bit, but it just gets pushed back. But if you're planning on rocking a museum pose, get him just standing there looking all moody, you ain't gonna have any problems. But yeah, due to the sort of slight restrictions with articulation and the lack of accessories, I give him a pretty fair 7 out of 10. I'm very, very happy. I've got no complaints really, other than those little niggles here and there. I'm very happy with my Kevin Conroy 1/6 scale Batman. Alright. Hope you enjoyed the review, guys. I'll see you next time.